Hello. We figured it out. I had to close Streamlabs and reopen it, which really sucks to do while you're live. We're better now. And I can hear myself buzzing in my ears. Oh yeah. Can you hear me buzzing? I am buzzing terribly. You hear it? And it doesn't make sense. Because we just worked through this to make sure that the buzz wasn't there. And now there's a terrible buzz coming through. You don't hear it? So it's just me. There's no buzzing in my voice. I don't understand this. I do not understand it at all. But whatever. As long as you don't hear it, then it's a power line issue. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to deal with it. Yes, you're probably right. Jake, no buzz. Please only listen to me or another trusted person who we know is hearing it properly. Okay. All right. Good. All right. What's up, everybody? Let's just get into this. We have a lot of stuff to do today. First, I'm going to crack open my booch. Today, I'm drinking a Health Aid Kombucha, Pink Lady Apple. And it is delicious. Oh. Okay. Turn the music down just a smidge. It's nice to see all of you today. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Yeah, so we were having an issue with the top down, but we no longer are now. Over here, the top down camera is golden. Pink Lady Apple Booch. It's nice to see all of you. Yeah, so we have a lot to get into. First things first. All of the foils. We have foils. Common, uncommon, basic land. Uncommon foils. Uncommon multi-art, artifact, and land. This one hasn't been touched in a while. MTG bulk foils. This is from 2016. Common, uncommon, various sets, sorted by color, front to back. This one's from July 2022. Rare foils, sorted by color, various sets, not in app. We have this one. Empty foils, rare mythic. I don't know why it says empty, because I guess it used to. Then we have uncommon foils. White, green, red, and black. I don't know where the blue ones are. Then we have common foils from May 2024, sorted by color. Needs value pulled. And then this is the most recent box of foils. It says basic land, but it is a lot of random foils. So that's what we're going to be working on today, chat. Oh yeah, we're back. Oh, let me wash my hands because I got hot chicken on my hands. Am I covering festival in a box? 5-9. We covered that in the previous stream. I can create a cut of it if that is something that you would be interested in. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at a lot of foils, so let's just dive into it because there's no time like the present. Let's start with this one, foils rare mythic. Well, actually, if this one's already got some semblance of being sorted, let's keep that to the side. Let's see what is in uncommon foils. White, green, red, black. So these will all be uncommons. I guess if these are all just... You know what we probably want to do is we probably want to, since these are already all uncommons, maybe we just keep these together too. And let's start sorting the stuff that is, ooh, that's fun. We'll fill it our Guardian. This is a card from when I first started playing Elite Vanguard. This to me used to be a really good Magic card. So I think what we need to do is we'll keep these together as well. Since uncommon foils are already all together, what we need to do is we need to get through these boxes that are crazy. So what we did was Paige was just recently in town and we did so much sorting. So I have a box that is all over the freaking place. So let's get these guys going. I think we start by sorting by color. And then we'll go from there. I like to sort in the order white, green, red, black, blue. I don't even know what that is. This is a good card. But this is what we're going to do today, man. We're going to hang out. I'm going to talk with chat. We're going to put some foils in order of color. That way I can stop freaking out about this. Oh, that's cool. Maybe we put like rare, weird stuff like that to the side. Foil Marionette Master, that's fun. Then we'll do rarity later. I guess Peace Walker Colossus should be sorted as a white card. No, we'll just put it in artifacts. That's fine. Boom Pile. We'll foil Vindicate. God, you remember when Fulminator Mage used to be a card? Jeez. Fulminator Mage used to be a card. I'm I'm not getting any buzzing in anything other than my voice. But if you're not hearing buzzing on my voice, then I'm just going to trust you, chat. Midnight clock. X, the Raven Man. Jeez. What was this purchase? I mean, truly. Yeah, everything appears to be working. There's just like buzzing in my voice, but it's just for me, I guess. Bunch of foil desecration demons. So overwhelming forces, this was one of those cards that I bought for Commander, and I ended up taking it out of my deck. This is a promo, and I ended up cutting this promo just because it never ever made sense to have an 8-cost destroy all creatures. I love draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. I think that's great, but I never got to a point where I was able to cast this effectively, where it wasn't just like taking a turn off and like, sure, I drew a bunch of cards, but I would oftentimes have this in my hand and it would just be a dead card. So I ended up cutting it. Even though I think the card looks good, it reads well. All right, well, as long as I sound good to you, then we're groovy. These are looking like a lot of foil rares here. Then we'll go through and we'll pull rares out because I think I want to put all rares together. There's an EQ. Oh man, Risk Factor. Geez, Risk Factor is one of these cards where I remember buying Risk Factor because it was so good in Standard. 2 and a red, instant speed. Target opponent may have Risk Factor deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. And then it has Jumpstart. You can cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Then exile this card. I feel like this card is really good. It's such a Jake card. But you know what? It just didn't... It didn't ever pan out. So here we go. Here we are. Yeah, I like Decree of Pain because it cycles Arcanau. I agree with you. Jank, what's up, man? Good to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, so Risk Factor, this was one of these cards that it reads really well, and I was like, oh, that totally needs to be in a burn deck. But it just never found that eternal playability that I wanted it to have. Devil's Play. This little promo Devil's Play there. Burning Anger. Ooh, there's a Grave Troll. I was looking for Grave Troll. I actually need to set that aside because I need to put that in the deck. See, this is why we're organizing, chat. Little Shamanic Rev. This card is good. Draw a card for each creature you control. Whenever somebody plays this in Commander, I always get cranky. See, this like we were talking about overwhelming forces, right? I'm destroying all creatures, then drawing a card for each creature destroyed this way. Like, if I want to draw cards, I would rather just run Shamanic Revelation. Even though those cards are barely comparable because one of them is a freaking board wipe as well. It's just like, I should just be running a Damnation. Nice to see all of you today, by the way. Thank you for hanging out. Got a little counterflux. We just had a patron update today for anybody who missed it. Patron update. Also, if you guys see any cards in here that are worth anything, if you're like, man, that card's worth something significant, you know, let me know. And I think we'll probably do a giveaway today. Find something and give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Ooh, a Flump. Just like saying the name of that card. Yeah, 5 mana is literally nothing for green. I mean, it's literally 5 mana, but for green, that's like, that truly is nothing. I remember when this card used to be a card, other night creatures you control get +1/+1 and are indestructible. Seems good. Seems good. Little Russian foil Felidar. Relic Seeker. Jeez, I have so many foils. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. That's got to have a little bit of value. God, you remember when that was a card? Jeez, dude. Sylvan. Everybody happy that this didn't get an unban? I feel like that would have been an issue. I hate that card so much. Alright, let's keep going. Wolfbriar. Slivers you control get +3/+3. Duraga Warcaller. That's gotta have a little value as well. Elf Warrior. 1/1 for 1 with multi-kicker. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each time it was kicked. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1 for each 1/1 counter on it. Oh, and there it is. Terastodon. God, I hate Terastodon so much. You know what? I hate Terastodon, but I love Witchbane Orb. Witchbane Orb is good. I'm a fan of it. Temporal Anchor. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 2. Whenever you choose to put one or more cards at the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. Interesting. Midnight Clock. God, this card is just sexy looking. This card is just a sexy looking card. Darksteel Plate. Not the OG, but God, I love that card. Jar of Eyeballs. Hey, Mom. What's up? Nice to see you. Everybody say hey to my mom. My mom is here. Got Pearl Medallion. The fun foil. Mech Titan Core. Then we get to like newer stuff. It's not good enough for a sleeve. Poor cards. You know what? We got these foil rares. They deserve a penny. We can at least spare them a penny. Do have the Dragon Shield mat today. I want to let all of you know that we are now a Dragon Shield affiliate. You know, here we go. We'll do this. We're adding on to the stream right now, baby. We're doing it. Vidya capture. And we'll just keep it like that. I feel like that's a good size for it. What do you think, chat? It seems good, right? We'll just leave this here. All right, let's keep going. So this card here, River Churn Monument. Good one. Yeah, you will save 5% on your order. Yeah, it could probably... Hold on. I'm so sorry. I know that most of you can barely see this. Let's do the due diligence and let's keep the stream going. All right, we got Full Throttle here. Hold on. You can kind of see it up there at the top. Full Throttle. 2 red and 4. Sorcery. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combat phases. At the beginning of each combat this turn, untap all creatures that attack. This turn. Hold on 1 second. Not focusing. 1 second. Your arm is still... That's my bad. Alright. I think everybody got the picture here. Good memeing. Good memeing. There we go. You know what? This stream is sponsored by Dragon Shield. We'll put that down there. I feel like that's fine. Full Throttle, Count on Luck. How do you guys feel about Count on Luck? This was one of those cards that came out. What's that say? MM5? It's too small to read. Guys. Ugh. Got Maul of the Skyclaves. We need to make a rotating one. Yeah, that's a good idea. Little Ramanop Excavator. You know what? I'm going to give this away later. I'm giving this one away later. We're giving away a Ramanop Excavator box promo. This is a good card, right? People like Ramanop Excavator. We're giving away a promo one. Remind me of that later, chat. That's not a foil. That's not a foil. Plenar Cleansing. Well, Skursdag High Priest. Flare. Scrap Shooter. SRAM. Little SRAM. If you know about the SRAM, you know. There's a Veto. There's another Ramanop. Scalding Vapor. Wrinkles Prank. Oh, we do need to order that that box later. Mom, we're gonna order the case of JPN War of the Spark. All right, let's keep going. This says sign, which means that this was something I forgot to do at some point, but we are past it. Kutzel's Werewolf. All right, now we are getting to a bunch of stuff in sleeves. Okay, so this is like commons and uncommons. Just sort through it. Do you have the Dragon Shield mat today? For those of you who may not have noticed. What did you think about slotting in? Voice of all. Because we passed Sandstorm. We're just doing by color, and then we'll go in and do rarity afterwards. We only have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands more cards to get through here. Got tokens. Let's just set this up here. Tokens. Special stuff. Log War Marshal and Goblin Matron. Momentary Blink. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. If you are hanging out and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Great way to support the channel. With just the click of a button. Wait, I don't even have the alert box on. What a fail. What a fail. Alert box is on. Yeah, not seeing any like crazy value here in any of this. I think what's ultimately going to happen is I'm going to have a red foil box, or white, green, just one for each color, depending on how many foils there are, which as of right now it looks like there are a lot. You hate that goblin token? I'll leave it right there for you so you can just keep looking at it. You just hate the art on it? Yes, make sure to like the video, please. Got a land. Found a non-basic land there. We'll put that to the side. Got our basic lands. Phyrexian Ghoul. Wild dogs. That moment when you're sorting cards and then you realize, wait a minute, I can use my left hand to sort cards. I don't need to reach over every single time. Wow. Boom. Overmaster just right into the pile. Street Wraith. Elvish Spirit Guide. It's a fun little foil. Dominaria Remastered brought some cool foils. I know a lot of them were like very cheap. Like overprinted. Foil Gemstone Mine. Foil Gemstone Mine, isn't that like a CDH card? I think this is a CDH card, isn't it? Pretty sure people play Gemstone Mine in CDH. No, I mean, Bob, I think, you know, the actual old retro foils are so beautiful. They actually have value. A lot of these new retro foils, they look retro and they look cool. And aesthetically, I'm a fan. But yeah. But yeah, sure, it's a little bougie. But I don't think that's a bad thing. You were there for the beginning of it. Extended art stuff. All right, that's going to be its own pile. Extended art stuff is going to be its own pile. I can't bring myself to actually care about... Oh, these are... foil rares. I can't bring myself to give the retro stuff its own stuff these days. Unless it's like, kind of like what Bob was saying. If I were to run across like an Urza's Destiny foil, obviously I'm going to pull that. But these new age retro stuff... just kind of like, you know, whatever. It just goes wherever. Chain Lightning, Street Wraith, Empty the Warrens. These are all good cards. Then we have... Ooh, these are nice. Okay, so these go into the basic land pile. Those are nice. Those are very nice. I would like to use those in some decks. High Tide, Lull, Dark Withering. Then we have, what are these, rares? Yes. Okay. Let's get our rares in some sleeves. Even though these probably aren't worth much, we're going to at least sleeve them. See, now this is something that I would be doing either way. Right now, I'm currently on Righteous Gemstones, Season 4. That show is fantastic. No spoilers, just in case anybody in chat hasn't seen it. I'm not going to talk about anything from the show, but God, I love that show. Talk about a comedy that also has the weight of like being serious. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of it. Lotus Blossom. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a petal counter on it, sacrifice it, add X mana of any one color where X is the number of petal counters on it. It's an interesting little card. I wish it just broke into Lotus Petals, because for me, I would play this in Imskir just to build an artifact count and then sacrifice it if I needed more artifacts. But it doesn't work that way. So we can want it all we want. Dude, the bear is so good. The bear is so good. That foil Dread Return, that's cool. Oh man. We're actually doing it, chat. Organizing foils. Mom, I know you like righteous gemstones. Where did I get my shirt? This was an Etsy. This was an Etsy shirt. It's got a Psyduck on it. And Annie got that for me. Everybody, thank you for hanging out today. Thank you for hanging out while I organize my collection. Oops. It's just going to be a never-ending chunk of foils here. Counterspell, Counterspell. Mind Stone. Elvish Spirit Guide, Skirt Prospector. Okay, those are all like kind of cards. I want to at least put those counterspells in the sleeve. Counterspell is at least a card. Elvish Spirit Guide, that's a good card. See, with foils, I'll tell you this about foils. I like to, if the foil has any kind of value, as soon as I get it out of a sleeve, I like to put it into as soon as I get it out of a pack, I like to put it into a sleeve. So, jeez, there's the Chaos Wands. Because I just don't want them to get any of that kind of bend to them. All right, we're going to give away a Chaos Wand later as well. These are all promo foil Chaos Wands. If you haven't gathered by looking at this, Chaos Wand is one of my favorite cards. 3 and 4. This is seriously one of the best cards in Commander because it breaks the color pie. You can put it in any deck. And in Commander, what's really cool about Commander is you have well, let's take it out of the sleeve. I really like Chaos Wand because it breaks the color pie. And in Commander, most of the people that are running instant or sorcery spells, they're all really impactful instant or sorceries. One of my favorite interactions with Chaos Wand was one time Joel was swinging out with me with the entire team, and I didn't have any way to do anything about it. I was going to end up dying. So I used Chaos Wand, and in red black, what I ended up doing was I target his library, and then at instant speed found a merciless eviction, and then was able to exile all creatures. And so Chaos Wand does this really unique thing of being able to cast sorceries at instant speed, and you're also going into people's libraries. In red black, I've used blue before. I've targeted the blue player and found a counter spell to deal with really pesky cards. So if you're looking for a fun card that's random, that's chaotic, as in the name, chaos, this card is one of the best cards, and I love the art on it. It's seriously easily in my top 5 Magic the Gathering cards of all time. I love this card. And it should remind you of stuff like Atali, Primal Conqueror, and cards like that. And playing stuff off of other people's libraries has become increasingly popular. And so I bought a lot of these back in the day just because this is one of my favorite cards. So yeah, we're going to give one of these away as well. Scott, see you later. Thank you for hanging. All right, so let's put a Chaos Wand to the side. Jeez. Just like 11 foil Chaos Wands that are promos there. This is why we're organizing. Foil Sunforger. Best MTG card, Rancor. Okay. Rancor is not bad. It keeps coming back. They have to deal with it. Keep those in a sleeve. These all red Commander Legends. Whoa, these are Commander Legends cards, chat. Holy crap. How are these not completely bent or faded? These are some of the best Commander Legends cards I've ever seen. What a time to be alive. Yeah, those are all promo Chaos Wands. We're going to give one away later. Molder Beast. You still say type 2 instead of standard? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, these are some of the flattest Commander Legends cards I've ever seen. Some of the best looking ones. Ooh! Palace Sentinels. When this enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. I feel like that has to be at least a little bit of value. That's got to be... I'm going to put that in its own sleeve. I feel like that has to be at least a little bit of value. I think that is the set with Jessica as well. Jank says, I need a Chaos Wand for my Osgood deck. I know I had one, and I just say it days ago, but it seems to have completely disappeared. Well, reach out to me, Jank. Reach out to me, my friend. All right, Dispeller's Capsule. That's a white card. We'll put that in white. Got a Dund Operative. These Commander Legends cards are the best looking Commander Legends cards that I have seen. Look at this Viserys here. It's flat. I can't even believe this came out of Commander Legends. Like, I cannot believe it. Look at these. Chat, if you know about Commander Legends, you know the meme is that these cards are not in good shape most of the time. Deathcat, what's up? Nice to see ya. Yeah, we're just doing a little bit of organizing today. I'm like, you know, this is going to be something that I end up doing by myself while I watch TV. Might as well do it on stream during one of the streams. More wands, Blight Widow, in the other boxes. What? There's more Chaos Wands? Oh, Green Warden foil, Japanese. This was from when I was opening a bunch of Battle for Zendikar, all languages, because it didn't matter what language you were opening in this set. You could be opening Russian, Korean, Japanese, English. All of the expeditions in Battle for Zendikar and Oath of the Gatewatch were all in English. So, for example, they did the same thing in Kaladesh. I have a Kaladesh box that's Russian. I don't care that that box is Russian. I really don't, because I have a ton of Kaladesh cards and I don't care about anything in there other than the masterpieces. So when I bought a Kaladesh box a few years ago, it was the kind of thing where the Russian box was like literally $150 or $200 cheaper. I don't remember exactly what it was, but if you're going masterpiece hunting, you can take the price cut, buy a cheaper box, and then what you're able to do is you're able to find that masterpiece or at least take a risk on that lottery ticket for a much cheaper price. So that's something to keep in mind that they did with those old boxes. Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch, Amonkhet, Kaladesh, Aether, what was it? Aether Revolt. All of those, it didn't matter the language. The masterpieces were all in English. So something to keep in mind. Did they stop printing in Russian? Chat, you're going to have to let me know about that. Sylvan Awakening. I don't know why I have multiples of these. Until end of turn, all lands you control become 2/2 elemental creature tokens with reach, indestructible, and haste. They're still lands. Maybe I thought that that card was going to do something. Find another sliver. Ooh, Multani. That's a pretty good card. Now this, oh baby, this is a card that you, I don't think that price on there is correct. This is one of those cards if you want to be an absolute jerk. So like, for example, say you're somebody who's running like an arena rector, right? Or academy rector. This is what you go grab if you really want to be a jerk. Absolute monster card. What's the pull rate on masterpieces? Dude, like maybe like 2 in a case. So yeah, like 0.4. That sounds right. You would find like maybe 1 in a case. Very lucky you would find 2 in a case. But yeah, it would be like probably like 1 in 4 boxes if I had to guess. Someone in chat might know more than me. They only print in these languages now: English, Japanese, French, Italian, German, and Spanish. Ah, Verniferous, nice to see you. Welcome to the day. Got Cadiz. Let's keep going here. Tormod. Yeah, I guess I just made sure to sleeve up these Commander Legends cards right as they came out, and that has protected them. Commander Legends cards are infamous for being some of the worst foil quality in MTG history. It's not even up for debate. Not even up for debate. I think if you asked anybody who's been playing Magic the last 4 or 5 years what set had the worst foil quality, if they're a real collector and they've been, you know, playing for a long time, they're gonna know that it's Commander Legends. Commander Legends foil quality is awful. Awful. Flirt. Rex Sage. Faith's Fetters, Intangible Virtue. Just a lot of good playable cards in here though. And when I go to build decks, because in the future what we're gonna do, something that's gonna be fun on this stream, is we are going to be doing a build a commander deck and give it away. And we're gonna figure out how that's gonna work. I think it might be the kind of thing where it's gonna be you need to be a patron possibly to participate in it, and then maybe sometimes we're just gonna make it up for everybody who's gonna be, or make it open for everybody who's gonna be on the stream. So once the collection is absolutely sorted, then what we're going to do is we're just going to have streams where we build a deck and then give it away in that very same stream. We'll just all build it together and then do a giveaway, and someone will go home with whatever deck we built. And I think that'll be really fun. You know, if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, you know, 25 Path to Exiles in my collection, I was just looking at like a page of 10 foils, and like the same is true with like Mystic Remoras and counter spells and all this kind of stuff. There's definitely a lot of cards that can be given away, and it's just like a fun way to give back, because truly I'm never going to use all these cards. There's a Will Kenrith and a Rowan Kenrith. Pretty fun. Little Battle Bond throwback there. Phyrexian Scriptures. This card is a beast. This card is good. Doom Whisperer and Mind Rack Demon. Got some demon action going on there. Oh god, how do I sort Will Kenrith and Rowan Kenrith? They just go into the multicolored pile, I think. Phyrexian Scriptures. And we are almost through half a column of a box here. You have a big stack of mint Mystic Remoras? Oh yeah, from Ice Age? So they were a common in Ice Age. Okay, let's keep going. Flaming Fist. Numa. Oh, you do have Commander Legends foils on your desk. They're all flat, huh? I don't believe you. I just darn't. I darn't. Sorry. I didn't mean to tap in my Australian intrusive R accent there. That was inappropriate. But I just couldn't help it, chat. I darn't know what came over me. I just darn't. Karlach. That's a foil mythic. Whenever you attack, if it's the first combat phase this turn, untap all attacking creatures. They gain first strike until end of turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Whenever you attack? Legendary creature? This is good. This thing is good. All right, we've got some... What are these? Well, it's not just tokens. Oh wait, we accidentally covered the goblin there. I don't want to do that. Someone in chat was really loving the goblin token. Fierce Retribution, that is not foil. Set that up there to the side. Outlaws. Okay. OTJ. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Keep that goblin at the top there. Lightning bolt. Moss diamond. That's like a special frame. We'll set that to the side. Arcane signet. That's cool. Nice to find an arcane signet. Morphic pool. Foil. This is a good card. 2 or more other opponent cards. These are strong, man. This is one of the best lands in Commander right here. This cycle. Nice to find one of those. The Bosch. This was in my original Imskir iteration, but then I realized Imskir just does this, but better. So, had to end up cutting him. I was running him in the 99 for redundancy, but then I was like, you know what? It's just not that great anymore. Ooh. I was looking for these. Okay, I was looking for these sleeves. Trying to recomplete that set of sleeves. This is going to get us there, get us closer. Nice little bop. Nice little bop there. Set those to the side. We'll do the same with Festival of Embers and Kindred Charge. Set those to the side as well. Never played any of my duels. They've all got proxies. I play my duels just because the few that I have 4 of them, and they're all lightly played with the exception of... Well, actually, the Tundra is very close to near mint, and so is my Scrubland, but because they're not foil, I just run them in a sleeve. I just don't care. I run them in a perfect size, KMC perfect size, which is my favorite perfect size sleeve. Wait, not all of those are special. This one is regular. Rest of this stuff is all either extended or special variant. Okay. These sleeves can be set to the side because I want to put those back in and use them. And now we're just finding like Bloomburrow stuff that I have kind of like forgotten about. Out of sight, out of mind. 3 and 2 white. Choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. 1 paw, create a rabbit. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card. Return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. Hey, Paige, is this worth running in Ginny Faye? Not only is it on theme with like paws because of cats and dogs, but you could make 5/1/1 cats or 5/1/1 rabbits, and then they turn into hasty cats or dogs. That seems good in there. I don't know. You'll have to let me know, but that seems like a card you would like. We got Quain, Kaikar, little increasing vengeance from Dark Ascension. That guy's just hanging out. I thought I sent you a set of foil double-sided dual proxies. Do you use those? I do. I do, Bob. Yeah, if I have another deck that needs a duel, then I use those. Yeah, those are great. Oh yeah, play the duels. So my Cradle is graded, and I do have a foil Cradle proxy that I use, or that I would use if I put Cradle into a deck. But most of the time, you can't really sell your casual pod on Cradle, which is why I've been dabbling a little bit in CDH. What's up, Zach G? Nice to see you. I just updated my mailing address. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my friend. Did you update it in Patreon? I think that's what you mean. You only have 3 cradles. Get out of here, only 3 cradles guy. This is a 4 cradles or GTFO. 4 cradles or GTFO. This card, I really like this card. RKF art. Return target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to your hand at instant speed. Deals damage equal to that card's mana value. Except one target creature or planeswalker. Love this card. Love it. Love it. There's this obnoxious commercial that keeps playing. It's got the stupid song that goes a little bit more, a little bit more. It's the worst. The worst song right now is that I scream. I scream. I hate that song. That is the worst song that has ever existed. Ever. I scream. Or whatever the hell it is. I hate it. Whoops, sorry, I covered up the goblin again. That's my bad. I built this commander, and I think I'm going to put it back together. Ooh, wow, look at how nice that surge foiling looks. Weird, but also cool. Jake, still time to get that custom token for patrons. Yes. Yes, there are currently 74 patrons, so 74 of them have been claimed. So 26 are left. They're limited to the first 100 people that sign up. So yes, you can still get it. Rings? We need more cards. We need more cards to sort here. Dawn's Truce. This card is good. Only one in there. This card is a backbreaker. This card drives me crazy. White gets so many cards these days that are like, give the team indestructible. And in Commander, that is such a get out of jail free card. Like, damn, bro. Damn. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do collection organizing. This is some of the most fun I've had on stream. And it's just like organize cards and talk to chat, which is something that is just fantastic for my brain. I have an ADHD brain, and so oftentimes it's hard for me to do like one thing. I need to be doing 2 things. And so that's why it's like I'll watch a show while I organize, or while I edit a video, I might have like The Office playing in the background because I just need like that like noise. It's weird, man. My brain is weird. I have a weird brain, but I'm happy that you like it. Thank you for appreciating my brain and wanting to hang out with me. Because I have a weird one. I have a weird brain. Yeah, every other card in white is a snakeskin veil. I know. Except it has indestructible built into it. They're like, here, we're going to give your entire team indestructible. All Wrath of God. No! Dawn's Truce. All Wrath of God. No, that other white spell that gives everything indestructible. All Wrath of God. Teferi's Protection. All Wrath of God. What's that card that just came out of Dragonstorm? Sack a creature. Give the team indestructible. Put a 1/1 counter on everybody. For 1 white and 1 other. Like, what the shit? We need less of those effects. I feel like at this point we have like 15 of those effects. Let's just leave it at that. Flare of Fortitude. That's foil. Foil. Non-foil. Bogle. This is one of the extra Bogles. Can't be blocked. Hexproof. Can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. This is a good Bogle. That's a good Bogle. Poster says, so I missed out on a lot of basic lands and tokens. Bro, you covered up the goblin token again. There it is. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I would never do that. Seems everyone has quickly forgotten the future sight and whiteboarded cards from Mystery Booster 2. Maybe it's just me. Well, they're about to be back on the menu. That's for sure. Hard evidence. Better than soft evidence, am I right? But rather have hard evidence than soft evidence. Rather have hard evidence than, dare I say it, blasted evidence. I'll see myself out. All right, we got the Ember Mage. Not bad. Charcoal Diamond. Mountain. Well, hopefully she has stepped away. She should be at work in some capacity. In some capacity, she should be at work. But she's at that age where it's like she shows up to work and it's like, yeah, you know, she's working. No, I'm just joking. I'm sure that she actually does work at some point. What are your top 3 most valuable foils you have found so far today? Geez, so far today. Let's see. Now we're cooking. Overwhelming Splendor, maybe? I feel like that's got to have some value. Yeah, until end of turn, your life total can't change and permanents you control are hexproof and indestructible. Like, what the fucking shit are they doing all the time? Yeah, maybe Overwhelming Splendor foil is one of them. That Morphic Pool. That Morphic Pool probably has some value. Well, it's not in green. Well, Exploration. Exploration might have value. I feel like that's a good card. Poster says, I have 3 foil replenish, and yeah, kicking myself for not getting a 4th when they were like $10. Wow. So Poster, you go back. You go back. And you have, you played early on, I'm guessing. Because that's very, if you have a lot of those original foils, those are massive, massive value. Foil replenish, that has to be like a $400 or $500 card if I had to guess, or at least like 300 depending on the condition. And near mint one would be just fantastic value. Yeah, probably like Morphic Pool, probably Overwhelming Splendor. This Overwhelming Forces is probably still like a $20 card. Might be less. In the lands. Yeah, Morphic Pool. But we're going to keep going. Keep going, see what we can find. There's a foil rings. All my foil Chaos Wands. What is the price on a foil promo Chaos Wand these days? I have to check later. Foil Pearl Medallion? Oh no, that's not bad. Foil Witchbane Orb from the original set. It's kind of good value. The Will Kenrith and the Rowan Kenrith, that's kind of neat. Fulminator Mages used to be value. Yeah, let's just keep going. All right, we got Negate. Marks Pressure, Salvage Drone. This guy might have a little bit of value. Exile target permanent. Instant speed. Having this effect for decks that don't get this kind of effect, pretty good. A good way to exemplify power creep is look at the price of this card. Exile target permanent. And the new Ugin, upon cast, does this. Exile target permanent that's one or more colors. So you have Scour from Existence, 7 cost instant speed, exile target permanent, and now there's a Planeswalker that does this, and then can immediately net you mana so that you can play more colorless spells and keep exiling things. Like, holy shit, man. Team Inferior. Team Inferior, an appropriate card to come after we're talking about Scour from Existence compared to that new Ugin. Both the same casting cost, and one is clearly inferior. Foul Strike. I mean, one is instant speed. $5 for promo wand? Not bad. All right. Wither and Bloom. Wing it. Draw squaw. What's great about forgetting about all your old cards is when you find something cool, you're like, whoa, I have this. Oh, this card. The Chrysalis. See, now these Modern Horizons 3 cards, we're seeing a little bit more of a bend on these. Everybody, thank you for hanging out today on your on your Wednesday. Little foil negate there, that old art foil negate. Love it. Love it. Am a fan of it. Thrumming Bird. Gotta be a little bit of value. Counter target spell with converted mana cost X or less for X's and number of fairies you control. Gotta be that's gotta be a little value there. Now this card would have value if it wasn't reprinted a ton of times. Savines. This is a CEDH staple right here. Card is fantastic. But it has been reprinted into the dirt. You have a foil retro border Ashley. Savines Reclamation. Very good card. You have people play stuff like Intuition or stuff like Gifts Ungiven, and then they're going to end up doing Savines Reclamation to get that stuff back. So it's one of those kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situations. All right, let's keep it going. Is it Boilerworks? I don't know. Is it? I'm so funny. I am extremely funny. Rootwire. Reflections. Well, foil Reflections. That card's kind of been going up in price. Got the Bluffs. Desolate Lighthouse from Avacyn's Restored. Harbinger of the Seas, Urza's Command. Painful Quandary. Card's a backbreaker. Titania's Command. Simian Simulacrum. The Stone Brain. Like what my brain looks like. Just a stone. The Stoned Brain. Jake, do I have any 60 card decks? I have Modern 8-Whack. I have Modern Mill. I have a Modern Toper Orb deck that is kind of very janky. Very janky. I have Modern Bogles, which is very outdated. It's got a lot of the cards that you need. Like, by dated, I mean, I don't think Bogles have been very good for a long time. But it's a fun deck. It's got all the fetch lands. It's got the Horizon Canopies. It's got everything you need to be good. The Daybreak Coronets, the Core Spirit Dancers, all of the good stuff. It's just, I don't know if that deck does anything anymore these days. Yeah, I'm in SoCal. I'm in North Hollywood. A lot of blight herders. Like, so many blight herders. Semblance Andal. Oh, this was a card I was kind of interested in, but never built. Shilgengar. Just because of its name, mostly. It's like its name. Shilgengar. Yeah. Serpent. Land. Land. Oh, wait. Wait a tick. These are the special border. Full art, full art. White. Black. Blue. Blue. White. A little green there. Nahiri. That's a foil that we wish had been alternate art. Am I right, Jank? You have the recreation down there. Oh yeah, recreational? Oh yeah. Though I have been on antidepressants, so they don't play well. So it's like the kind of thing where I will partake, but it needs to be in the evening. Because if I were to do it during the day, it's just gonna kind of like mess with my meds. I've been on antidepressants for the last couple months. Something I've kind of put off for a while is dealing with my depression. And so it's something that I'm trying out, and it's been honestly pretty good. I've had like maybe like one day where I like kind of like broke down and like cried a lot, but I got you know, it's been far less frequent. Like human beings, they could deal with like they can deal with like one terrible thing happening, but when you get like a slew of like 3 or 4 terrible things happening all at once, it's very difficult to manage. And so yeah, I just had to like, I was talking with my therapist and she was like, Jake, you sound depressed, I want you to get on antidepressants. And so I did. Oh, we're finding like a lot of like special art stuff here. It's okay to not be okay. Oh yeah, man, I appreciate you. Yeah, 100%. I do appreciate you saying that. I'm not trying to make the stream about that, but yeah. These are all okay. So these are like special versions as well. We'll just set those there. Getting a lot of, God, I've just like forgotten about so many of these cards. What is this one? Is this Snakeskin Veil? Nature's Claim? Which one is this? Yeah, for sure, Brendan. For sure. Squirrel Nest, Wilson, Scale Up. Ooh, that's a fun one. What is this one? This isn't Ephemerate. Is it? No, 1/1 counter. Is it Defiant Strike? I see 1/1 on it. Oh, is it Adventurous Impulse? That sounds like it might be right. Good to hear you are up and cheerful going through the hard times, and therapy is great. Keep up the hard work, Jake. You got lots of friends and fans that stand behind you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate the support. It really does mean a lot. I don't mean to like glaze over it. I just don't. We're not going to the dark place. I'm not going to go to the dark place. Village Rites. God, I wish this was a dark writ so badly. Agonizing Remorse, I think. 8 years California sober here. I see what you mean there in the quotations. All right, so all of these, This is a fun one. This would be a fun commander to build. I think there's something weird that could be done with this. That's right, Verneferish. You're right. Onto a brighter future indeed. Rada. God, I love this. I love this treatment, dude. It's very much like the gilded foil treatment that came out of Bloomborough as well, predecessor to that. I really love how that looks. All right, then got some tokens. Those, yeah, those like Capenna, like gilded foils look so good, man. They look so good. Okay, let's keep going. Devoted Druid. I'm gonna put that in the sleeve. I feel like Devoted Druid. Devoted Druid looks good. Oh man, I didn't mean to yawn so strongly like that. That was quite the yawn I just created with my body. All right. Devoted Druid is good, or at least it used to be. My price memory tells me it used to be. Rampant Growth, Experiment 1. Okay. Finding just some what are these, Double Masters? Yeah, double Masters 2022. God, can you believe it's been since 2022 that Double Masters 2022 came out? God, that time just flies, dude. Time is just fleeting. It is pumping. It is pumping on by, dude. Rot Farm, Spurk Mage's Gambit, Enoch Bonkin, Haven Initiate, Forbidden Alchemy, Nightly Velour, Nightly Velour. Reminds me of the old days. I love Disfigure, dude. This was in Zendikar, I believe. This was when I first started playing. Just -2/-2 until end of turn. It's either removal or shrink something, make a favorable combat trick. This figure is good. We'll give Spell Pierce a little sleeve. Spell Pierce foil used to be massive. Massive, dude. No, did David Lynch pass? Oh, R.I.P. Shitzy Manelli. Shizy Manelli. Yo, just wanted to say that I've always loved your videos and what you're buying. Do you ever actually sell cards that you spec on, and what does that look like? Yes, you know, I'm actually going to be reaching out to Card Conduit to reestablish a connection with those guys, because I very much feel like I was like the collector on the old channel. Like I bought a lot of cards, sell a lot of cards. As you can see here, I have a ton of cards. If you watch any of our Instagram stories or anything like that, you'll see I just have a massive amount of Magic the Gathering cards. And yes, selling stuff is very important to do. You want to get rid of stuff, especially because I have a lot of missed opportunities. Samurai Jax just subscribed. Appreciate you. There are a lot of missed opportunities that I have had just because my shit is in such disarray that a card would spike, I wouldn't even know. And knowing exactly where something is so crucial in this kind of like MTG time that we live in. You might have a new deck come out that will spike a card. It won't even be a tournament. You might have a new deck come out that spikes a card. It might be a new precon, and you have a short window of time to really capitalize on getting rid of that card. Knowing where your stuff is and having a resource to sell it to quickly and easily is very valuable as an MTG collector. If you're savvy with that kind of stuff, if you look at these cards, right, and you say to yourself, these are not cards, this is a resource and this is money, right? If you're able to disconnect from the like feeling sentimentally connected to your collection, then you can move and shake and really, really grow your collection just by taking opportunities and looking for other opportunities. For example, look at Dragonstorm, right? You have Dragonstorm that just came out, and if you are thinking, I'm betting that this set called Tarkir Dragonstorm is going to spike some dragon cards. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Looking at Miram, for example. Miram was $1 card, and Miram shot up to like $20 for a short period of time. So if you had bought $1,000 worth of Mirams just in this situation, right? In this hypothetical, or you know what? Let's be more realistic. Not $1,000. But if you had said, you know what? Miram seems cheap. I'm going to take $100 and I'm going to go ahead and buy 100 Mirams. I'm just going to buy 100 of those. I'm going to take out a flyer. I think that card might go up to $3 or $4. And if you had spent $100 on Miram, you would have way overshot your estimate of $300 or $400. And then that card would have ended up going to 20, and now you've turned $100 into 2,000. So you could have taken a $100 flyer on Miram and then turned it into an Underground Sea, a Trop, and a Volcanic easily. And I'm not saying that's always going to happen, but this market is so much easier to predict a lot of the time than the actual stock market. And that is not financial advice, but that is just something that I've seen happen. If you're ingrained here, if you like live in the MTG sphere, then you're going to start to notice that kind of stuff. Anguished Unmaking, Bloodforged Battle Axe. Oh, now we're at the Double Masters 2022 collector box that we opened a little while back. Cat Dragon, cute. Sadly goes under the Goblin. Yeah, exactly. I mean, MTG stocks. Not financial advice, just an observation. That's right. That's right. It is crazy, though. That's exactly what I did with Miram. I bought about 15 of them a while back. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I hope you cleaned up. I hope you sold them. Did you sell them? Oh, yeah, of course. You're welcome. That's one of the reasons I have the stream going is, you know, I like to be able to talk with chat. It's something that I enjoy doing. A lot of the times on the old channel, we would have chat going, but so many messages would go unresponded to. And so over here, you know, we really like to drag it out. I like to, you know, respond to people. I like to give you my feedback, especially if I see your message. You sold them via CardSphere. Good for you, end user. Very nice. So, what'd you sell them for? What was your out price on those? Congratulations on making a little bit of cash. That's a good way to grow your collection there. Another thing to keep in mind as well is like knowing what cards are good. You know, not to throw any shade on Paige, but she hit early on with Aether Drift. She hit the foil fractured Chandra, Japanese, and when we checked the price of that card in the moment of her opening it, it was like a $350 or $400 card. Now she held on to it, and it dropped down to like $100. So sometimes it comes down to like sell into hype. That Chandra is a fine card. It's not like it's a bad card, but it was in Japanese, so you know there's like less interest in it because of the language, especially as an English speaking player. And then you know, you get rid of that at 300 or 400, thinking, you know, it's probably not going to go up much more, sell into hype. And then what she ended up doing was she sold it much later for $100. So in hindsight's always 2020, right? Like, you could kick yourself for that and be like, oh man, I should have sold it earlier. You know, I should have got rid of the card before it dropped in price drastically. You know, like right now, a good example is I just pulled that Halo Foil Ugin. Now, I believe that Halo Foil Ugin is going to hold just because it's such a strong card, and because it's like the big daddy pull from Dragons or Turkey or Dragonstorm. But, you know, the fact that card is like 500 or 550 right now, it might not be a bad idea to sell it, but I'm holding it because I think it's beautiful. End user, you sold them between 6 and 10. That's great. Too lazy to actually sell anything. Sell before tons of it is opened. All right, let's keep going here. I got sidetracked, but that's what we do here, chat. We get sidetracked. Debris Beetle. Syncopate, Ether Snipe, Auger Spree, Makeshift Mauler, Glowspore Shaman, Mana Leak, Seeker Squire, Forbidden Alchemy, Goblin Surprise. God, is it really 38? God, good job, Paige, actually getting out then. That's wild. Brody, look at that. Look at that drop, dude. That drop is insane. That drop is insane. I think as well, and no shade on Ether Drift, but I think as well, you know, that set does not resonate as well with people as a set like Tarkir Dragonstorm does. And I'm not saying I don't want Wizards of the Coast to take risks, because I think taking risks is a good thing. So it's like if you have a set based around race cars, there's some risk to that, right? It's like, oh, you know, Magic the Gathering set, which very much has like a D&D, Lord of the Rings kind of vibe, you know, versus one that's like race cars, vehicles. And vehicles in Magic the Gathering were an inevitability. Eventually, you have to get to the point where you say, you know, especially with like Final Fantasy coming out. You need to have mounts. Like, man, we should probably make mounts. If we have chocobos on the horizon, how do we deal with chocobos? There's got to be a way for people to ride a chocobo, right? That needs to be called a mount. Let's establish mounts earlier before we get to Final Fantasy. Because you know, all this shit is like years down the line, right? The pipeline of this stuff is like... Final Fantasy wasn't something they just decided, you know, like months ago. That had to be something that was in the works for at least a couple years, if I had to guess. You have to work on all the licensing, and then once you get this Universes Beyond thing going, they're reaching out to probably so many different things, like designing future Secret Lair products. There's like random shit, rumors that I've heard that I'm not going to dig into because I don't want to give up my sources, but I've heard random rumors for like crazy Secret Lair products that are going to come out. And it's wild, man. It's absolutely wild to see where Magic the Gathering is going. Is this a pitch for an automated card sorter? Probably. But Paige, it was such a beautiful card too, so you can't really kick yourself. Brody says, I should have sold that Bright Glass Gear Hulk and Lotus I pulled too, Paige. Right, exactly. Exactly. And I might be like, seriously, that Ugin is like 550 right now. Dragonstorm is still very much in the limelight. That Ugin that's 550, I might look in like a year and see that at like 200 and be like, man, I could have sold it for 550. Rebought it for 200, net 330 profit, 330 to 350 profit. That's probably the smart thing to do. But the card is beautiful, and it's actually a card that I like. So it's like, I don't want to get rid of it. But that's probably what I should do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's some crazy IPs out there that are just like, you wouldn't guess. Ooh, foil Llanowar. That's fun. Like, this is the kind of stuff that's great for building a commander deck. So, like, now that I know I have that, I can be like, oh, you know, I'll just pull that foil Llanowar, put that into one of the decks that we're going to give away. Gold Vein Pickaxe. Card is good. A little bit of a curve on these Foundations cards as well. Bake into a pie. I know, Brody, that's the thing. And because it is like the Big Daddy version and it's like an actual, like, really good playable card, there's part of me that's like, it might just be very expensive for a while. I do want that Mox Diamond turn 1 hippie. I'd drop everything and just build the deck around that foil Llanowar. Let me show you my real foil Llanowar. This is my real one. And if you can believe it, this foil and this foil were in the same collector box. Absolutely stacked. I remember buying this for like $60 when that set first came out. And the art on that is just beautiful. But yeah, these were in the exact same box. Couldn't even believe it. That box was absolute gas. Foil Forces. Remember trading a Mana Vault Expo for this, or a Mana Vault Masterpiece for this. Foil Mox Ambers. These were all purchased at about 20 bucks a piece. Wait, is that the foil? Oh, that is the foil. I need to grade that. That's one of my favorites. Season's Greetings cards. Here's my Savai Triomes that I finally found. You have a bunch of Braids Cabal Minion. Sadly, no value. No. No, there's got to be value on that. Gotta be. Polywallop. I don't know. Most anime art does nothing for you. No? You can collect anything outside of MTG. You know, not really. I have like some old Pokemon stuff. I have some old Pokemon stuff. But my cat wants to go outside. I guess I can let him out. We'll let him out. Yeah, yeah, we'll definitely see the vintage Silver Age stuff at some point. Man, I need to get through each of these piles. You know they're doing this thing with Starburst now where they put all the pink ones in one bag. You can just buy all pink. It's all I've ever wanted. They're finally doing it. Evidence that the simulation theory is real. Chat. You believe in manifestation. You believe in it. You believe in manifesting good things. Because I feel like I manifested these pink Starburst. I don't like cherry. I like all of them except the cherry one. Brendan, you like my shirts. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep going. It's just the warden of the grove. Oh yeah. Waking the horde, sage of the skies. We all have a problem with something. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I like that Sage of the Skies. I'm a fan of it. Skirmish Rhino. Middle of War. Lie in wait. Got some dancers. Green. Is that all green? No. Of course it isn't. Snakeskin Veil. Riling. Barrel. Kirknall has 300 plus unused playmats and probably half being signed. Really? Jacob says, bodybuilding at its finest. I really need to hop on Discord with friends and go through my bulk. Yes. Oh, you said body doubling. I said building. If only I could read. But you know what? in another world, another timeline, this is bodybuilding, what we're doing. This is bodybuilding. Yeah, hop on a Discord call, organize with friends. I really do appreciate the fact that there's so many people here that just want to hang out while I organize some cards and talk with chat. We can talk about whatever we want. You can put me on in the background. It could be the kind of thing where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to put that on and doze off in the middle of the day. You could take a little nap while I watch Jake organize some cards. Shout out to Queen Honey. Queen Honey likes to do this really fun thing where she'll paint on cards, and I think that's something I might do as well. Like bring my camera down and like paint on stuff, do like altars, like a altar stream, and just like do some art. I think that could be really fun. I just put that on and it's so relaxing to watch, and I'll just watch her stuff and I'll just like doze off, and that's like, I don't know, it's just really relaxing. This is a really fun card, Resurrection Orb. This was one of these cards that I think I ended up getting this for maybe like $8 a card, and now this is like a $20 card. I think people have really woken up to how strong this is. You put this on a high cost commander. Equipped creature has lifelink. Whenever equipped creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. This is such a strong effect. So equip before you put this on something, and if someone kills your commander, it's just going to come back at the next end step. If it has a strong ETB, you're going to get that ETB again. Then all you have to do is re-equip this for 4. So it's like this artifact itself becomes a lightning rod for removal, but it is a very strong card. So I would say, you know, if you don't know about Resurrection Orb, don't sleep on this one. I've seen a lot more people playing this card. I love the art on it. I'm happy I have 2 Surge foil ones because yeah, it's a very popular card, and it's a very fun card as well. Actually, we'll set the Surge foil to the side. That's a kind of a special version foil. Now we're getting through all of the Mendicant Core pulls that weren't used. Foil Sign and Blood. This is one of my favorite old cards, dude. This card is a classic. God, I love this old art. Nice minty, fresh, old Sign and Blood. Yes, please. May I have another? Love that. Love it. Want some more of it. Mind Stone and Mirror Smith. All right, we are getting through slowly but surely. Was way too sick to go to the last Magic event in Portland. Mark's wife thanked me for not coming, LOL. Will L. Cloud going to need that Resurrection Orb? Oh, baby. Poster says regular old viral lung thing. Way worse than COVID. I'm sorry that you had that, but I'm happy you're feeling better. Yeah, Blight Widow, you got to get on that Resurrection Orb drip. Old World Micmac, how obnoxious is that cactus card going to be? Dude, that card is nutty. That card is nutty. Howard doesn't get enough credit. His art is amazing. So this is what I would do. Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. I might put this in a binder and get him to do like a red. He does this really cool laminated, like red foil signature on it. Like it's almost like a red metallic. That would be beautiful to get on there. Howard Lyon is great. I have a couple of his signatures. I have Bajuka Bog, Enlightened Tutor, a couple other things. He's great. You want a Garbage Pail Kids IP collab? Underworld Cookbook. Underworld Cookbook. Underworld Cookbook. Fighting Grace. There we go. Finding some white cards. Prismatic Ending. That's a good card. Mishra's Factory. Infiltrator. Master of Death. Cursed Totem. Got some extended art stuff. Master of Death. Hall of Heliod's Generosity foil. It's a nice one. Upheaval. It's not even a card. Not even a card, man. Can't even play that card. Sylvan Anthem, Guys Will, Squirrel Mob, Sanctum Weaver. A couple Dothies. Foil Dothy Voidwalkers. That's a good card. This card is good. 2 white and 4 for a 4/6. Whenever you gain life, you may put that many 1/1 counters on each creature you control. Do this only once each turn. This card is good. Art is good, man. Wait a minute. Putting stuff into the wrong pile here, Jake. Need to get it together. Bunch of resurgent beliefs. I guess I bought extras of this. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. I don't know what my thought was on that. Ranger Captain. He's good. Sylveon. Little etched Urza. Whoa. We're finding some good stuff here. First Sliver. Fabled Passage. Marsh Flats. Fabled Passage. Fight rigging. And then all this stuff is... This is all like Surge Foil stuff. Battle of Hoover Dam. Secure the Wastes. Go into this pile. A little approach of the Second Sun action. Tons of altar folks on YouTube. Yeah, that might be something I want to explore. Have you seen the Dragonscale fetch lands rise in price? Was going to wait, but sadly the cheap opportunity passed. Now they're all 300 plus. Are they really? Have those Dragonscale fetch lands just been going up? Yeah, my dream card that I've never managed to pull the trigger on is Moat. Moat is a card that I wish I had pulled the trigger on. Legendary creature human, Tegan Jovanka. Whenever you attack, target attacking historic creature gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Doctor's Companion. Okay. Moat is my card that I have missed. This is a fun one. That I missed the boat on getting. I remember looking at Moat when it was like a $400 card. Junk Jet. Enters the battlefield, create a junk token. Sack another artifact, double equip creature's power until end of turn. Whoa. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. This might be an Imskir card. I tried to paint pen a cheap foil, but it was a failure. 100% have insurance to cover your collections if they're big enough. Yes. I remember I used to play this card in Commander Blood Moon, but it is such a card that people hate that I just had to take it out of decks. I was like, that is not, it's not a fun card for people, man. Ooh. Got my Bowmasters. Completely forgot about this card. Paige found this and was like, did you know you had this? And I was like, oh my god, yeah. I have a foil Bowmaster. Raven Man. Braids. So I guess Bowmasters is probably the most expensive card that we found today. Since these are all extended and special art, these are going to go into this pile. How much is an Italian Moat these days? All right, I'm going to move these to the side because these are all like special art. And I'm going to have to organize those. We are almost through this box. It has just taken like all day. We've got some hermits. These are great, dude. Like these Fallout check lands. These are awesome. Is that a Surge Foil? That is. Surge Foil Woodland and Surge Foil Drowned Catacomb. These Surge Foils are pretty sick. Myriad Construct. Marin. Despark. That's a nice Despark right there. With that and that. A lot of foils. Was this a big purchase? This is just my collection that I've like put all my foils into a box and now I'm finally organizing all of them. Just like organizing them by color. and I'm going to, like, all of these right here, all these foils that you're seeing, these are all like special art or like extended art, and I'm gonna have a box specifically for these as well. Like I have a box for extended art kind of stuff. So all this stuff, Nuka-Cola. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Surge foil Champion's Helm. It's a fun little Fallout card. I have Vecna, treasure chest. Okay, there we go. Set these over here. And now it appears we're getting back to regular border version. Vampiric Rites. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I'm very much realizing how much of a hoarder I've been, and I just like don't even really know everything that I have. And so I'm taking the time to actually like sort stuff so that I can build decks. I want to build decks on stream and I want to give them away. So that's something that I want to do, that I've been talking with the mod team about, and like the team at Martishius Magic about like what we can do with this massive amount of cards that we have. It's like, oh, you know what? We could build decks and then give them to viewers. That could be fun. Speaking of, let's do a giveaway here in just a minute. I think it'd be fun to do a little giveaway action. Manamorphose, like that's a fun old foil. Got this Chandra. This was from the God, this, okay, so this FTV was notorious for having some of the worst centering issues ever, and you can see it here on this card. The centering on these is just abysmal. Abysmal. Yeah, the art on Minas Tirith is it's so bright. Man, I threw away a bunch of stuff I wrote in high school, 1960 something, a few weeks back when we moved from the first time in 24 years. Oh, really? You said you have a Minas Tirith. What happened in the art and foil? Here, let's look at it. There it is. Here, we'll even take it out. Well, chat, there is no art. There is no art in foil. There is no art. It does not exist. That's the issue. Well, Brainstorm, Chandra. Little Fabled Passage. You remember when Fabled Passage foil was like a card? Now it's like nice and cheap. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it being cheap either. It's just like I do like for some of my cards to have value. Doran. Shadowborn Apostle. All foils. Cedrus. Hostage Taker. Azorius. Bloodbraid. Okay. And Nissa. Let's keep this train moving. Finally home, Blight Widow. Nice. Yeah, we got a lot of foils going. Nice little chill stream today, but the fact that we have 40 people watching today is freaking awesome, man. Means a lot. Thank you all for hanging out. Brennan, anyone gotten one of these custom MTG cards on Etsy before? Any good? Still gift shopping? I can't say that I have. Those are all Imodane's recruiters. Okay. Interesting. Summoner, Foiling, special. 13th Doctor, Abaddon, the Despoiler, little Mothman action, Adult Gold Dragon, Revitalize, Geist of Saint Draft. Oh, I remember Geist. I remember when Geist used to be a card. Dude is here to install dishwasher. Yay, nice. You're about to have those dishes getting washed, baby. Let's go. Roll Turf, Mimeoplasm, Savine, Pramicon, Elsha, S6. Oh wow, this guy has seen better days. Oh my god, this card is... What the fuck happened to this card? Alright, this had to be given... Oh, this was in a collection that was given to me. Because I was about to say, my cards do not typically hit this level of play. I should have given this to you, Paige, for your Mardu deck. Seems good. Gov, Monastery, Zorius, right, and then we have a bunch of Bloomborough stuff. Now, I hate the curve on this Bloomborough stuff. Like, what happened with this? What happened with this Bloomborough stuff? What is with the curve on these? Thankfully, I only play casual formats, so it doesn't matter that much once you get them into a sleeve, but sheesh. Curve on some of these cards is pretty rough. Little land action, Druid. Rabbit response. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. If you control a rabbit, scry 2. Heading out for dinner with the fam. Everyone have a good day. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for spending your time here. You know what that reminds me? Let's go ahead and do a little, let me get Nightbot up here. I want to do a little giveaway. Well, we've had a lot of folks hanging out today. Let's do a little giveaway here. Keyword. Viewers, regulars, channel members, moderators, everybody can participate in this. It's going to be... We're going to give away a Ramanop Excavator promo. Little promo Ramanop. And as an added bonus... to give away a non-foil token. 1 second. Where's the moderator? All right. So whoever wins this is going to get the Ramanop excavator and this treasure token. Now this treasure token is left over from the old channel. These are retired. And for those of you who don't know, obviously Joel and I have separated as business partners, but these tokens were made right before that, and they did not make it in time for the Chicago convention. So I'm going to give it away now. There are still 25 of these or 26 of these in foil that are available to people that join Patreon at any level. They are limited to the first 100, but this is the non-foil one. I'm going to give it away with this Ramanop. So if you want to win this treasure token with the foil Ramanop excavator, let's do hashtag wide up. Hashtag wide up. Get in there. Get in there. If you want to get in on this giveaway, hashtag wide up, and you'll be eligible for the Ramanop with the token. We've hit that part of the stream where one of my cats shit and decided to not cover it up. Thank you, cat. Thank you, cat, for not doing that. Dion Sean Navarrete just subscribed. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have until I get done organizing these two piles to get in on that giveaway. Hashtag wide up. Get in there. I'm seeing 14 entries. 1 in 14 chance so far. That's pretty good. Get on in. I want to give away something. Let me give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. There we go. I'm seeing 15 entries. There we go. People getting in 16, 17. Get on in there, folks. Hashtag wide up. And that is going to make you eligible to win this Ramanop excavator foil. You may play land cards from your graveyard on a body. Then you're going to get the retired old Jake and Joel token. Paige, aka Blight Widow, aka Webby, aka Bite Widow, aka Daughter, did the art on this. You can see the resurrection orb that we were talking about earlier. There's also Shadow Spear, Thran Dynamo. That's, I believe, one of the Moxen. There's a Chaos Wand in there as well. All sorts of fun little hidden art in there. Get on in there if you want a chance to win the Ramanop and the token. Had to reset the router. Well, if you missed it, we got a giveaway going. Hashtag wide up. I'll put it in there one more time for people. Hashtag wide up. Get in there. You're going to confuse people. No. No. It's impossible for people to get confused. That would never happen. All right, you got just a couple more cards until I roll this giveaway. This has been a really fun stream so far today. Yeah, we need to get to 69 likes, chat. Come on now. Come on. Help us. Salvation Swan. That's what they call me. The Salvation Swan. There's a gilded goose. Get in there. Hashtag wide up. Get yourself an opportunity to go home with a little foil Ramanop and a retired channel token. Do it to it. Do it to it, man. I love these foil lands from Bloom, bro. Those are sick. Those are great. Procreate. Who named it that? Wait, is there a card called Procreate? What did I miss? Camera launcher. Camera launcher? That's the name of a card? What is this card called? Camera launcher. Camera launcher. Camera launcher is the name of that card. Okay, got it. Noted. Oh shit, I put all the basic lands into the wrong spot. Chat. All right, it looks like only 17 of you are getting in on this. It's a 1 in 17 chance to win the giveaway. That's not bad. I like those odds. Those seem like good odds. Just move these basics over and then we're going to roll it. That card is literally called Camera Launcher. It's called Camera Launcher. It somehow launches cameras. Don't ask me. Do not ask me. All right, one more small pile and then we're rolling the giveaway here. Cat collector. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Really do appreciate you spending time with me while I organize my cards on this Wednesday. If you have any ideas for streams in the future or things that you'd like me to cover or like to see, just let us know. I have some videos that need to be recorded today. It looks like we might just get through this box, man. This box has been a big chunk of the stream. And I think what I'll do is after we roll this giveaway, I'm going to start sorting these piles based on rarity. And then that will be one more step of the process. Reform. All right, here we are. Here we go. We're about to roll it. About to roll this thing. And then once you win, you're going to reach out on, you could reach out over Instagram and send the address, or you can reach out in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, be like, hey, this is me. Send me your name and address and we will get you squared away. Voyage home. That's a fun foil. Quarrel's End. I think that's a foil. That is definitely a foil. Foil, foil. Foil, foil. Foil, and we're rolling. Boom. It is Brendan. Brendan, congratulations. You have won the giveaway. Reach out on Instagram. You can reach out over Blue Sky if you want. You can reach out over, I think we do have a Twitter as well. Yeah, reach out. Let us know your info. You can find me in Discord as well if you're not in the Discord. Freestyle STL, nice to see you. Just subscribed. That's an old subscriber from the old days. Nice to see you. Yo, I just subscribed. I literally was looking for your new channel and boom. He's live right now. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You just missed the giveaway, but that's all right. There's going to be another one later on. Brendan. Thank you, made my day. Whoa, no way. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, send it to me. Yeah, definitely don't send it through chat. But I got you taken care of, Brendan. I wrote your name on it. And I will make sure that you get that. All right. Just a little bit left here in this box, and then I am going to organize these based on rarity. Got live or die. Thank you for putting the Discord in there. For anybody who wants to just join the Discord is free. We also have a patron Discord, and then also a reminder. I know I already said this, but for the folks that just joined, this token is available in foil for, I believe, the next 24 patrons that join at any level, meaning the $5 or $10 level. You will get this token in foil. That is limited to the first 100 patrons that join the Patreon at any level. You'll get this in foil. After that, if you see me at a con, I might do something on like Instagram and be like, hey, here's the password. If you see me at the convention, tell me the password and I'll give you a foil one. I have about 200 of them foil total. 100 of them are limited to patrons, and then like 15 of them were given to Paige so that she could have them. So there's probably like, I would guess like maybe 80 after that, and then after they're gone, they're gone. They're gone after that. So if you're like, man, I like that token, I want to get it in foil, you know what? I'll just show you the foil one. I keep on showing the non-foil one, but I'll show you the foil one. Here's the foil. The foil is sick. Here's the regular that we were just showing off. Really like the foil. This is one that Paige has signed. This is a non-signed foil one. But I really like the foil on these. They look really cool. And these are limited to patrons. So just showing those off. Figure as we get closer and closer to those selling out, I'll just let people know about them. Some Flameblade artists. Ooh, and a bunch of foil, full art, basics. Okay, we like these. These are cool. Foil, full art, basics. We are a fan of those. This card is really good. People slept on it, but when I read it, I was like, that card is amazing. Got them. Pick those up. Regular basics. Oh, well, we're just putting all foil basics together, I guess. This guy's really good. Love this card. There's a Crick. Grim Lavamancer, Temple. Dragon's Rage Channeler. This used to be a card. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. More of these just because this card is good. Lair Fortitude, just because this card is good. Eventually people are going to wake up to this one. You may sack a non-token white creature rather than pay this spell's mana cost. This is in the perfect colors to sacrifice tokens. So this one for me is like a really nice pickup. I like this card. Sasha's, couple Dreamtide Whales, Mentor. Some, like the art on this is just fantastic. Really looks good. Foil Pride Mage. Plains. This is my favorite swamp of all time. Easily favorite swamp of all time. And someone asked me best swamp in Magic the Gathering. Here, let me take it out. Oh, it's in a perfect hard sleeve. Nice. When someone says, hey, what's the best looking foil swamp of all time? There is not even a question. Do I wish this had a full art version? Yes. But this is the best swamp in MTG. It is the sexiest swamp. It's the most beautiful swamp. And of all the swamps that exist, this is the best one. So this might be one of the best pulls that we've had today, because I feel like this swamp these days probably is worth at least 15 to 20 bucks if I had to guess in foil. The non-foil also looks good, but yeah, This is the sexiest swamp. What do you think is the sexiest swamp? Let me know in the comments. Because this one is easily my favorite. What a beaut. Love it. Tokens, basic lands, basic lands. All right, boom. Dr. Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet! Just subscribe, nice to see you. Full art unhinged. Yeah, Ron Spears. It is a beautiful swamp. Gay swamp. I have one. I'm obligated to. It is a beauty. A beaut. Okay. So now methinks, what is the next part of this? I think the next part move piles over, and we're going to sort by rarity. Now this is where we're going to be sorting things upside down. Angling Spider says, what is happening all? We're just doing some organizing today. Nice to see ya. Doing foil organization. Got 45 people watching here on a Wednesday. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you for spending your time over on Martishius Magic. Big thank you to everybody. We're on our way to 69 likes if we can get there. Would like to see if maybe we can make it happen. You've never had a dishwasher before. This is going to be weird. No, it is going to be a revelation. You just get used to it. Go get yourself some Cascade, and you're going to be living the dream. All you have to do now is a light rinse. Get off any chunks of food. And then when you put your dishes in there, oh man, you're going to set that thing off. And then when it gets done, all you're going to have to do is unload. You might even have a heat dry setting where they're going to come out nice and squeaky clean and dry and ready to go. Not an upgrade, but getting the first one going to be amazing. You've always been. He's like, I've always been. Oh. All right, here we go. Don't use those pods. Just get the liquid. You're gonna see a little hatch in there. It's gonna be awesome. All right, starting with the white cards. Set stuff to the side. This is the key when you're sorting. You always sort upside down. Here, let's do lands first. These ones don't need to be sorted upside down because they're already basic lands. We already know the rarity on them. I remember when full art foil lands were rare, man. I remember it. Do you remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Retro. This is some sort of promo. It has like a promo stamp on it. Magic Fest or something. I don't know. All right. They melt in your mouth. Oh yeah, the pods. They sure do. It's so hard for me to not just sleeve my full art foil basics. I come from a time where these were rare, where if you got a full art foil basic, it was a big deal. That originated in Zendikar. That was where you were able to get those. Nowadays, full art foil basics are run of the mill. They come in every single set, and it's not that rare anymore. It almost feels like they should just do away with the regular art basics. But you know what? It's an aesthetic that both people like. So people like both of them. Some people prefer the regular Borderland, I'm sure, and then other people are like, man, I really like the full art foil. For me, I really prefer the full art foil. It's a nice way to kind of give your deck a little bit of flair, a little zing, a little pep. Oh yeah, those drafts, man. Yeah, I've done some fun altars over the years. All right, and those are tokens, so tokens can be set to the side. Lands are done. Let's set lands in here. Need to get some dividers. The stream needs more cat. Bill? Bill? Baby. There's some cat. Got him. So do you buy more binders when you fill them or take cards out? I really don't want to buy anymore. What I do is if I get to the... Oh, look, he's moving the phone with his head. Oh, look at him scratching the phone with his head. What I like to do is if I get to the point where my binders are full, I will reorganize them. How you doing, buddy? What is it? Trying to get in the box? He's doing an if I fits, I sits. He's trying to get my 2-row box, but the divider is throwing him off. He's not pleased. He's not pleased by the divider. Jake, you got to get a dog one day. I had a dog for many years. Her name is Lemon. And recently in my separation, my ex got the dog. Very much one of those things that you hear about. The ex got the dog. I got the cats. And the thing is my dog and Bill, right here, Bill and Lemon, they got together so well. They would like lick each other, and Bill would groom her, and Lemon would lick his head. They had a really fun little dynamic, those two. Bill, you going outside? You heading out? I opened that door for you. You want to go out there? Gonna jump down? He's giving me a vibe that he's about to jump down. Where are you going? Oh, he's figuring out what he wants to do. All right, since I've started talking to the cat, we've dropped by 10 viewers. All right, anyway, we're going to continue on with what we're doing. We're continuing. Anyone who's joined this stream, they're just looking at basic lands. All right, let's keep it going. I've got my dividers. Let's put the basic lands to the side. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing this thing. He's so good at... There's something about cats, it's just inherently, they just are good at not knocking things over. They're pretty good at it. They're pretty good. It's not a clean yeast. It's pretty darn good. All right. Set these in here. Now let's do our white cards. White cards next. Now this is the point where we actually have to flip things over. So I like to organize like this. Because everything you need is on that left side of the card there. And all we need is that rarity symbol. So if we're sorting by rarity, just flip everything over. And it's super easy. Common, uncommon, rare. Mythic. Wait, did I accidentally put a rare over here? No, I didn't. Rares. Uncommons. Rare. Uncommon. Commons. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. Little very chill stream today, just organizing some cards for anybody who just now may be joining. Appreciate you spending your time here. Savines. Boom. So I think what we'll do is we'll maybe put all the common foils together and then have a box for just rare foils, possibly. Might even go to the LGS and get a couple boxes. Something that I can put them all together. Rares. I think this Judgment foil is uncommon. Rares. Commons. Rares. Commons, rare, and uncommon. Yeah, we almost got to 69. We almost got to 69. All right, so white cards are done. It's going to set rares to the side. Nice. Freestyle STL, the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. You are the chat champion. Let's get to 69 likes. White up. Appreciate you. Get that on the board. Get the chat champion on the board there. Wait a minute. That's not correct. That is not correct. There we go. Thank you, Freestyle. Appreciate you. No, but it puts a smile upon my face. All right, set the rares to the side. Common. Common foils sort of like color. Oh yeah, this is gonna go on forever. For years, we'll be sorting cards for years, chat. Bo, what's up? Yo, Jake, good to see you. Just got back from vacation. Nice. Where'd you go? Remember how people thought Marvin Murderous Mimic was gonna pop off? Oh God. I do remember people being kind of hyped on that card. So it goes. So, a whole chunk of white commons here. Gotta just make sure that none of these are special versions. Nope, none of them are. Alright, so we take these. Boom. Let me take these. Let's make sure. Boom. That's fun. bunch of foil cartouches. All right, so we take these. These all go in a box. Common. Massive amount of common. Okay. Then our uncommons we will set to the side. And our mythics obviously will set to the side as well. We'll figure out what to do with those at some point. For green. Flip them upside down and we're going to keep it going. Thank you all for hanging out. We still got 27 people watching. That's pretty fun. 27 people watching on a Wednesday, just watching some card sorting going on. Thank you all for hanging out today. Appreciate you spending your time with us. We are getting to the point where we are just organizing by rarity here, if you're just now joining. And we're going to put these cards into a box. Common. Uncommon, commons. Rare, common, rare, uncommon, and commons. Commons, rare, 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 rares. Everybody, we are trying to get to 69 likes before the end of the stream. That would be fantastic. Are just now joining, thank you for spending your time with us. I have many rancors. Nice. Oh, says I was in Tennessee visiting my brother, got a ton of commander in while I was out there. Nice. So your brother plays as well? That's fun. Old World Micmac says, chat, what's one card you have the most copies of in terms of duplicates? Mine is SRAM Senior Edificer, and it's not even close. I have more of those than any other card. Probably have more of those than any single basic land in terms of art. It's funny that you can ask me that and I just know definitively without even having to look. All right, there we go. There's green done. We take green over here. And put our rares, our uncommons, and our mythics. Let's check through our green rare pile. Make sure we don't have any special arts in here. God, I wish I could trade all my commons for whatever the pack value would be. Back in the day of one of these being in each pack. Ooh, that's a fun one. Foil Arbor Elf. Naturalize. Ooh, foil Llanowar Elf. That's cute. Eternal Masters. Blood soaked champion. Oh, rat colony. Yep, that makes sense. I have 3 other brothers who play. We all have a blast, been playing for 20 years. Oh, that's sick, Bo. That's great, man. That's cool. So you guys, when you guys get together, you know what you're doing. Freestyle says nobody's allowed to bash on Joel over here, right? The guy lives way too far away now. Just kidding, he's cool too. No, Joel, yeah, Joel's great, man. I hope that he's doing well over there. It's really hard saying goodbye to that channel. Definitely something that I didn't want to do, but you know, here we are. Sylvan Bounty, Sign of the Wild, Plummet. Alright, so all of these are old border. Okay. Sylvan Ranger, foil, that's cool. Sylvan Ranger foil. That's sick. Oh god! Oh Jesus! We got lucky there, chat. That was close. Oh, I do still have a foil expedite. I do still have one. Oh, appreciate it. Yes, we are affiliated with Dragon Shield. If you make any sort of Dragon Shield purchases, I would encourage you to use our link. You can see code MM5 there when you check out, and that's going to save you 5%. Let's make sure no special borders in here. I don't think there are. Yeah, so then see the next step of this is I'm going to organize these based on alphabetically, but I don't think we're going to get to that in today's stream. Currently 3:56. We'll probably go for like another 30 minutes or so. We're just hanging out, doing a little bit of organizing today. Probably just finish up this box and get stuff to a point where it's all put away. That would be the goal. All right, organizing upside down. Here we go. Mythics. Rare, mythic, mythic. Remember when Koth of the Hammer was a freaking super desirable card. Whatever happened to Koth? Any lore junkies out there that know why Koth is no longer part of the... Koth dead? Did Koth get killed? What happened to Koth? Did Koth get a bad cough? And die in his sleep? Uncommons. A bunch of makeshift munitions. Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. So that was the other one you found then. Okay, got it. The other expedite. These are all red cards. Okay. Koth is being hot, buff, and shirtless somewhere, along with Garuk. Nice. They're just over somewhere sipping drinks on the beach. Nice. Well, it's good that things worked out for them. All right, commons. Boom. All right, now let's do black cards. Can actually get these off the table now. Now that these are getting in the way a smidge. Koth lost his spark. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Birds. Right. Whoa. Make sure really quick that none of these have any sort of special borders. I don't think that they do. The sheer amount of common foils. My goodness. The sheer amount. Koth, I feel like you're the only one here for the zip line. Oh god. Oh man. What's up, man? Good to see you. All right, get all these foils out of the way here. We gotta go hit up Guildhall again, man. That was a good time. That was a good time until you pulled out the Hashaton and you dropped the hammer on us. Put those black ones there. Let's flip these over. Organizing by rarity, rare, common. Need to pull this buried alive to the side because I need to put that into a deck. Working. No one likes me. No, we love you. Unless you're playing that deck, then we all have to kill you or else we're all gonna die. Can't go to Guildhall. Everyone hates my decks. That you got the curse, man. You have the curse of being a good deck builder, so everybody hates you. You're in trouble. George says, definitely been there. Jake just wants to spend more money at Guildhall this month. No! No, you're right. I shouldn't go. I'm not allowed to go. I'm going to pull that Sign of Blood out, too, because I want to put that into a deck. This is what happens is I get to the black cards, and I'm like, ooh, these are my favorite cards. This is my favorite color. All right, commons, uncommon. Common. Oh, that needs to be pulled. Commons, rares. Commons. That needs to be pulled. That's not supposed to be in this pile. Uncommon, rare. and common. As much as I don't want to, I think I will take this weekend off. We got a lot to do for launch. Oh, nice. Let me know if there's any way that I can help. Happy to pop over and lend a hand if needed. Got the uncommons. Never been to Amsterdam. Any advice? Yeah, folks, Garage the Gathering is going to be doing their launch, and that's a new live gameplay series. You'll end up finding me in one of those episodes, and I might be in some future ones, but if you want another gameplay series to watch, this one is really cool, and it is in my friend's garage. So definitely go subscribe over on Garage the Gathering. If you are not already, then go do that. Go do that and get in on some fun gameplay. I'll tell you about my buddy. He is a perfectionist, and he does his best to make sure that the quality is going to be really good. He doesn't want to churn out a bad product, so expect good sound, good lighting, all that kind of stuff. And definitely go over there. Go over there and hit him with the sub. Hit him with the subscription. No more card sorting. It says, hell yeah, just talk about my thing. No more card sorting. All right, here we go. Garage the Gathering is a very good series that will be premiering on YouTube. Now, if I can direct people over that way, I will do so. I would like to figure out a way to get some shorts of it. So I don't know if, when my ep comes out, there's any way to do that, but I would definitely post some shorts over here of funny moments. All right, let's put the black cards in here. Do a little cross promotion, a little cross pollination, that kind of thing. Get to a good wholesome color. Oh God, you know that I'm about to be there. You know I'm about to be there. Oh God, it's about to happen. All right, it's time to do blue. Oh, it's time to do blue, chat. First, let's make sure that there's no special variants in these piles. Then we can just wall of fort. All right, that needs to go to the side. Anticipate. Infiltrators. They're all just commons here. Dude, this is a fun one, chat. So when this card originally came out, everybody was hyped on Anticipate. And I shit you not, this is not a joke. This card got up to like $25 to $30 foil. I swear. I want to see it. This is going to be crazy. Oh God. Look at it. Okay, hold on. Oh, it doesn't have... Does it not have the original market data? 2015. Yes. Okay. All right. For some reason, it doesn't go back. But when this... Okay. Anticipate. When this card originally came out, the foil multiplier was insane. And I remember paying a lot for these. This was not good. This was not good. Oh, yeah. I'm totally down to join. Play some Among Us? Yeah, that sounds great. 100%. Totally down. When are they trying to kick things off? Oh, shit. It does have it. Okay. So it has part of it. But this foil multiplier on Anticipate. Guys, I was not a smart man. I was buying these for like 20 bucks a piece because it was like, these are going to be like a new hot cantrip. That it's like, oh, yeah, we have anticipate. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This was not smart. This was not smart. But that foil multiplier was serious business, and it was worse than that. It is worse than what MTG Stocks is showing us. Okay? For foil anticipate. Oh my god. This is why I love MTG Stocks. You get to see these crazy price trends, and because I remember it, I can share this with you. And this set came out, man. Foil anticipate. And then since then, freaking dollar foil. Yeah. I bought at least 4 of these at like 15 plus. At least 4. 100%. This was like the foil that was being pushed in the set. You know, like sometimes each set will come out and it'll have like that foil common that's like, oh, that's the foil common to acquire. Anticipate was it in DTK. Dragons of Tarkir. Relevant because we just revisited Tarkir. Yay! All right, I'm sure everybody's really excited that I shared that with them, but I just wanted to do that. Oh, they're starting at 8:30 Eastern. Okay, cool. Well, we're getting to the end of this. Yeah, pretty wild, man. I need to make notes because I have these good moments for shorts all throughout the stream, and then I forget to write it down. And I'm like, what is the point of me even having stream notes if I don't write down these moments for shorts? My scientific name is Silly Goose. Ugh. My genus and species, Silly Goose. Big oof. Big oof. Okay, what was I doing? I was organizing. Oh yeah, we were making sure that none of these were special variants, and none of them are. Alright, we're good on that. I do see a foil counterspell in there, though. Okay, it's already sleeved. Alright, now let's do the organizing part. Get our other stack of blue cards here, flip these upside down. And we're organizing commons, uncommons, rares, common, uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Are these all commons? Commons. Okie dokie. Ran 2 stock up at pre-release, and I was a sudden and very big fan. What does stock up do? What is that card? Oh, this card is moving. Holy crap, this card is moving. Jeez, chat. Stock up. 27-cent card when this set debuted. And now it is over $10. $10. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. 3 cost sorcery over 10 bucks. I had no idea. Oh yeah, I mean that right there is I mean that's spicy as fuck. I wonder if we have one. We did open that set. Looks like I need to go through my Aether Drift. See if I have a stock up. Yeah, I'm out of the loop on that one, chat. Definitely out of the loop on stock up. Wow. Talk about a card that... Write down that effect. Is that getting played in standard? I would imagine that it is. If I had to guess. People are calling it a $20 card, and I don't know if I believe that, but it's big. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I would learn from that is, like, look out for similar effects like that are that good. They ever do anything like that at instant speed, I mean, that just digs deep. Put 2 in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah, that's strong, man. That's very strong. Completely out of the loop on that card. Completely out of the loop. Holy crap. That's a card where if you bought like 100 of those at 27 cents, spent 27 bucks on those, pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Anybody who was high on that card in the beginning, and that's super spicy. Those are all commons. I just had this like weird phantom feeling on my arm. I was like, this is weird. Something's wrong with my arm. It was just, Paige, it was just one of your hairs. Your hair was just stuck to my arm. And I was like, what is this weird sensation? Like, oh, it's a hair. Just a long hair stuck to my arm. All right, get some rares here. Common. There's a mythic. Some rares. I did do an Aether Drift pre-release. Maybe I have like some uncommons from that. Look through. See if I pull the stock up. Freaking $10 for a non-foil uncommon. That's massive these days. That's very impressive. All right, boom. Put our blue side here. And we have our mythic. Next up. Two uncommons. Oh, are you talking about Amsterdam? Yeah, you guys talk about whatever you want. As long as it's not mean to other people. That's all I ask. Wait, were there like no artifacts in anything that we sorted today? Oh no. Ornithopter. Okay. I don't want to act like I'm a finance guy, but yeah, you can get $80 boxes of Aether Drift right now. Stock up is big, sure, but also the verges will only go up. Yeah, the verges are really good. I do really like the verges. Plus the usual good pulls. Reminds me of MKM dropping down the price. Oh yeah, I've been to Amsterdam. Yes. I loved it. I freaking loved it. From the little coffee shops that you could go to casually smoke to the Van Gogh Museum. I loved it. Yeah. You got to see like sunflowers there and like all the those original paintings. Yeah, we went to the museum. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome. Big fan. And I would absolutely go again. And I would love to go on like a trip there to like play Magic. But also the way that I feel about that is if you're going to Amsterdam for like an MTG convention, make sure you leave some days on both ends. Make sure you leave some days on either side. That way you can actually go and explore the area. That would be my one thing about going overseas to do any sort of convention. If you're making that trip and you're doing that long distance, make sure to give yourself like at least a few days to travel and see some of those areas because they're really cool, really special. It's one of my favorite times is getting out of the country. I went to Scotland in March of 2023 and we did a week in Scotland and then we did a week in Amsterdam. So it was like, yeah, we went to Edinburgh and we went to the castle in Edinburgh, and Edinburgh Castle is what it is. And then after that time in Scotland, we jumped over to Amsterdam to visit my cousin and his family. And then we spent some time in Haarlem in the Netherlands and Amsterdam, and it was great. It was really fun. Favorite place I've ever been is probably Scotland. And I'd like to see more. Yeah, lots of smoke lounges. The fun thing, this is crazy, but when I went to the Netherlands, I went to a local game store and the guy at the local game store recognized me. He was like, wait a minute. He's like, you're from Jake and Joel. He's like, I watch your Commander content. I was like, no freaking way, man. This guy in like a little game store in the Netherlands should watch Jake and Joel. It's one of the coolest moments. He was like, I know your content. I was like, that's wild as shit. Small world, man. Dom, thanks for hanging out. Everybody go subscribe to Garage the Gathering. They're going to be launching soon. If you want to get that gameplay, get some more live gameplay. See you later. Right. Set these to the side. Then what I'll have to do is put all my foil rares together. Chat, we're wrapping up. Oh, man. I think we're wrapping up. This has been a fun one today. I have organized a lot, but I want to get outside. I want to get some food. I'm going to take a shower before I hang out with some folks tonight. We're going to play some Among Us. which would honestly probably be a pretty funny stream as well. Maybe I boot the stream back up and play some Among Us later, but we'll see if that group of people want to do that. If not, we'll catch up with you soon. We'll definitely see you on Friday. And yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out today on an organizing stream. We just took our time today organizing some cards. Yeah, I actually thank you for the reminder, Arcanal, because I do need to figure out what I need to do to get those boxes sent to me. I think I need to... Oh, they're streaming it on Sipstream. Okay, cool. Sick. Peace out with your crease out freestyle. Thanks for finding the channel. I hope to see you in a future stream. Yeah, we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 1 to 5 Pacific. I'm going to wrap up a little bit early today. I've been sitting here constantly sorting cards, so I need a break. And yeah, hope to see you all soon. Oh yeah, let's do the Chaos one. Let's do the giveaway. Yeah, let's do the giveaway. Oh my god. Now it's going to be really good odds. Really good odds. Here we go. If you're still hanging out, you have a chance to win the Chaos one. Thank you for the reminder. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Sorry about that. All right, resetting entries. Here we go. You got 1 minute to get in. Here we go. Here we go. Hashtag is copy. Hashtag is chaos. Done. Hashtag chaos. And you will be going home with a foil chaos wand and a treasure token. And a final reminder for the people hanging out here, if you want to get one of the foil treasure tokens, they're limited to the first 100 patrons. First 100 patrons on Patreon. So sign up at any level on Patreon. That will get you one of these automatically, whether you sign up at the $5 or $10 level. So if you want to get one of these in addition to the other perks that are offered on Patreon, then make sure you sign up over there and you'll get one of these foil tokens. There are currently already, I believe, 75 or 76 members that are signed up on Patreon at any level. So there are still about 24 of those up for grabs. Once they're gone, they're gone. That is where you get them. That is where you will get that item. For now, you will get a non-foil one with the Chaos Wand in this giveaway. So for everybody who's been here at the beginning of this channel launch, all that kind of stuff, thank you all so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate you immensely. We got so many foils to organize. I'm going to put my foils away in this box, and then after that, we're rolling the giveaway. I have so many lands. We have until I'm done. Wow, only 7 entries. Here we go, baby. 7 entries. I'm gonna roll it in just a second here, and then we're gonna wrap this stream out. If you win, I want you to reach out on Instagram, or you can reach out on Blue Sky, or if you're in the Discord, just simply reach out to me in the Discord. These are fun old foils too. That old Mirrodin. Oh, baby. Retros. Ooh, retro Urza. That's sick. Surge foil planes. That's cool. All right. All right, chat. We're rolling it. 7 entries. Poster 66. Going home with the Chaos Wand. Boom. Bada boom. Poster, reach out. Make sure I have your info so that I can get you your cards. Sweet. All right, y'all. Get out of here. Go enjoy your night. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope to see y'all on a future stream. If you enjoyed the stream, click like and subscribe. And for now, it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. La da 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 do do dum. Love you guys. Today you want a giveaway, and you got a dishwasher. This has to be a core memory for you.